Always turn on your blower. You don't want to blow up. We got girl power today, folks. Little girl power. They're gonna outfish us. Hi, Meg. How are you? Okay, we were on the Feather River and we were tearing them up the last 4 or 5 days. Megan was actually with us there, and so got a good report to come over here and the Sacramento River out of Meridian, and we're gonna go see if we can't get on these fish we're hearing about and have a good time. We are heading to my favorite place on the Sacramento River, always has been, always will be, Pierce's Dock. It's between Meridian and Grimes, and it's just a very special place for me because I caught my first striper ever there. My dad and I fished that growing up off the bank. We didn't have money to have a nice boat or anything, and so we always spent our early mornings there casting rebels off the bank, catching stripers. And later on, we were able to get an 8-foot Valco boat, and we would put in off the bank and idle across and have barbecues on the sandbar. But that's where we're headed. Well, we made the run. We're here. You got to be real careful down here because there's some real shallow gravel bars. A lot of trees just barely underneath the water. They'll take you out. There's a lot of nasty stuff in here. The jet boats always stick it out in the middle. There's a bunch of real shallow gravel. You got to really learn. Every year it changes. Even for me, I have to come in here the first couple times to really look it over and see where the channel's at. Every year the channel changes, so we got to be careful. As you can see, there's trees falling in the water everywhere around here. Pretty bad.
My favorite way, well, it's at nighttime when I'm catching the 40-pounders. What do we use, Raith? The black eels with
the rubber worm,
with
the black worm.
Yeah. It?
We're gonna use these P-lines on a dual lock clip, and you can use a little clip on them because it's hard to get them on. When I start getting into big fish, though, I have to really go direct. Otherwise, we'll have major problems trying to get our little clip on. I use a bigger clip. It gets hung up right there. And you pull like heck. There we go. Okay, girls, we're gonna go out to 60 feet on your counters. Make sure you zero them every time, and then we'll be ready to go. Well, this was the magic stuff. The name got wore off, but it's Anchovy Gel. So we're gonna put a little of this on our lure. And I like this to put it on the worm. I'm not gonna give the girls any yet because we need every advantage we can get. Go ahead, go to 60. Go to 60 and we'll go right up these rocks here. It's nice having the line counters. You can really see where you're at. Let's putt along here real slow. We're only in 5 feet of water right here, but it will drop off. Big fish right here. We caught 3 20-pounders here the other day, back to back to back. There's a hole right here they love living in. So we'll come in here, and then there's a couple trees up here under the water, I know, and they like sitting on them. This time of year, the fish group up in a tight ball, and we come in here and we'll find them. If they get on the graph, you'll see them. And man, hang on, man. It's fish after fish.
I'm 65 out. Is that good?
Yeah, it's perfect. The whole bottom's covered in them. They're laying down their tights. Yep, right here, Meg. We've got a few suspended, then they're right down there on the bottom. They'll just come up and they'll do all the work for you. They'll whack it. We didn't get anything to go that fast, so we're gonna go a little farther out. They were hugging on the bottom, and we're gonna try to get the lures. If you go out a little farther, you can get them go a little deeper, and I'll pick up the speed a little more, give them a little more vibration. And there was a bunch of fish laying there. There's no reason we didn't get bit. So we just gotta change things up a little. A lot of people think, well, that was no good. They went by. We gotta go find new fish. Well, we got fish, so let's just try to get these ones to bite.
You said 80, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, we went out 80 this time on the girls. I'm gonna go 100, just to be a little farther out. Then I'll bump the speed up, and we're gonna try to get these dudes right in those fish face. We'll go down and troll that flat down there. There, we don't get them here. I normally get them there. This area is a crazy area of the river because we have shallow water in here. Most of this river has been dug out over the years ago, And this part of the river, because it's got big S turns in it, it made some crazy shallow gravel bars, and that's gives you a lot of different ways to fish it, and habitat for the fish to hold up. Water's up to 63 degrees already. The water temperature's up to 63 degrees in the Sacramento River, and so what that does is it gets all the fish to group up. They're going to get ready to spawn. When it's like the feather, it's cold, so a lot of times they won't even go in there certain years when it gets too cold. But we do have some over there, and we had a real good week over there. But anyways, over here the water is 10 degrees warmer, and the fish are all grouping up. See them?
Oh, I see it, yeah.
Yeah, there's our problem. We were just talking about when they spawn, you know, they'll group up and all that. And so we just seen our first, that's the first group I've seen this year spawning. And when they do that, that's not good for the bite. They don't want to, they will, like tomorrow morning, bite real well, but right now with that going on, it's not good. It's not what we want. So, but anyways, that's not all of them. That's just one ready to go. And yeah. Oh, there he is. Yeah, go ahead and bring him up, gang.
I got one too.
Double, get another one. Let's get 3. Here, Meg, switch me.
Came off.
Go ahead and reel that one in.
Awesome.
They're just slapping at it because they're in pre-spawn. Guess what?
Are you
We're
sure
in.
there's a fish on here? Oh, it's a little.
I'll get it, Meg. I'm coming. You gotta watch all them dang hooks. Oh, she got the big one, folks.
A fish. That's a good sign, though.
Yeah,
It's
no,
got a good
that's,
start, yeah?
we're getting bites. I've seen a lot of big ones down there, so. No, too small. That's under 18 inches. He was close, he's getting there, but no. You gotta really check your hooks because that scale will block you from catching your next one. So we're just gonna take that little rascal off there. Let's go get him. That's a double right there, and we had 2 other bites. So I think we found where we need to be, guys. What's going on is they're just slapping it because they're wanting to spawn. And what's gonna happen, when this goes down to 62, when we get down to 62 and a half, these fish that are slapping are all gonna be eaten. And we'll sit here, and with the wind and that, it's gonna cool down a lot faster this evening. As soon as that sun goes down a little bit and the shade gets on the water and cools down, I expect this place to erupt. And we're going back to the deep runners because we're coming into this spot. We hit that twice, 3 times. And so we had one double hookup, had a lot of grabs. It just wasn't happening. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put on the deep runners and hit this wall again here where we started. And we'll just keep going back and forth because the fish are there. All I need now is for them to start biting. And I'm not gonna leave fish because if they're not biting here, they're probably not biting anywhere. So I'm not gonna leave fish until these start biting. And if they don't bite after 3 or 4 hours, then I'll move on. Let me get up a little bit over the drop off. You watch the drop off here. Let's go to 80, go 80. Arr.
There she goes.
Take your time, honey. Atta girl. Keep it tight, keep it tight, keep it tight.
Oh, he came off right there. I saw him right there.
The sun's going down, the fish are spawning, okay? When that temperature hits 62.5, things are gonna come alive because we got fish here. They're slapping at it, they're, you know, and all that, but when it comes down and it gets that 62.5, they'll stop spawning and they'll go back to eat. And that's why a lot of people fish mornings, because mornings they'll feed, but the problem is if you don't get on your fish first thing in the morning, they'll shut off when the boat traffic comes and that, then they'll spawn in the evening, then the water gets to 62.5, a degree, 1 degree cooler than what it is in the day. They'll turn them on to feed. At night, instead of the morning, you have all night to fish that cool water and find them and do your damage. So that's why I like night fishing. Gives you more time to find fish and get the bites you want. Fish on, fish on, fish on. Go ahead and reel in, girls. You want this one? You want me to reel it in? So what happened was we got on the shallow reef and I went back farther. Sometimes with these shallow running lures, we were trolling at 100 feet and I went to 150. I put them way back there and we just came along here real slow. Finally, one stuck. We've had like 8 bites. I've come in with scales the last 2 passes because they're spawning. They're really not wanting to eat. So he might be hooked inside the head or something, who knows. They come up and slap at it. They grab at it, but here in a little while when that water gets cooler, they're gonna really come alive. It's real important, just keep your rod in one place and you just reel. You just let the fish come to you. You don't wanna pull it up. And when he goes, let him go. We'll back off the drag a hair. You just hold your rod in one spot because he'll come right back around. You just, as he eases up, he'll fight himself out. You just hold it in one spot, he'll get tired. We'll lift him up. Let's get a look at him right here. Yeah, we got the front hook in his mouth and the other one's under his chin. Nice fish, good eater right here. Looks like he has a red tail. Oh yeah, they've been spawning. Look how red his back end is. Oh, wow. Really bright red. I mean, man, he's really been spawning. You could tell when they're spawned, they get tore up. They're not real fresh and clean. I think, yeah, he's got one hook real good. I should be able to up and over. Ooh, there was another fish underneath him. But you see how red the fins are and all that? That's from spawning. Boy, he's red, man. He's really been spawning. I don't know if I've ever seen one actually this red. I've seen them tore up in that, but look how crazy red that tail is.
I'm sorry, I only had one hand. I was like, what the hell?
Gloves, gloves, gloves. Anybody see the gloves? Gloves. No gloves for me. Okay, how about the net? Here's money.
That's a good one.
Yep. Ooh, nice and easy right here. Bring me your tip. Okay, this little trick I do because it's not hooked real good, so I'm just gonna put a net underneath it like that. And when you do not want to get the lure in the net because it'll ruin your lure. So you just stick a net underneath it and you lift up slowly. If it comes off, that's what happens. Perfect.